What up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J. This is the Mo You Know. What's going on? What up? We back. Yo, what up, Casey? Or Kesey, my bad. You know what I mean? We got a little bit of free time. We got to make up. We didn't do too much last week. I was dropping independent videos. I did maybe 3 videos last week. I just did them off my phone. But today we'll catch up on any topics that you guys want to go over. Then we got Monday mistakes on the main channel. We needed to do a live. We had to at least do one. We don't know what we got on Tubi Tuesday. We got to catch back up. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button when you come in here. I mean, we got a few things off the top of my dome that I seen. I think I'm gonna start doing like regular articles and just local cities and stuff that pop out. You know what I'm saying? They stick out there. I can kind of dissect them a little bit. Obviously, I got body cam footage coming, but I just got back in town last night. So, a little, I won't say jet lag, but just a little tired. Had an eventful weekend. Went out in Prague, did my little 1-2 step, and now I'm back. So we got to get back to work. Because if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't shine. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's the bottom line. Let me see what we got real quick. Let me pull up some stuff. Yeah, I thought I had that at 6:30, but it's 6 o'clock. Okay. There is a story of some guy that left his 3 kids at the house while he went to the where did he go? He went to McDonald's. Oh, he went to an interview. He left the kids at McDonald's. All right, we can go get that one. Try to find that article real quick. The Augusta Press. All right, here we go. This one was a wild one. I just seen it. I think it happened a couple of weeks ago. Was it a couple of weeks ago? Oh no, it was last week. Oh well, it was actually this week. All right, cool, cool, cool. So we'll do that. Uh, it's not funny, but it's funny because of the guy, man. Not because of what he did, but it's just like people do some of the dumbest stuff ever. All right. So the article we're about to talk about is a man that left his three children at McDonald's while he went on to do an interview. So I'm assuming he left them in the play place and they were just in there playing around. And then someone's like, "Hey man, y'all been here for like an hour, 2 hours, and whoever brought y'all, they ain't in here anymore. Y'all haven't ate, y'all haven't done anything but play around." So let's see what this article has to say. This happened in Augusta, Georgia. It says the Augusta Press, Augusta man jailed for leaving kids at McDonald's while job hunt. At least he's looking for a job, but leaving the kids at the McDonald's is a little wild. An Augusta man was arrested last week after leaving three young children unattended at a McDonald's restaurant while he attended a job interview. Chris Lewis, or is it Louise? Chris Lewis, 24 of Young Drive, was charged on March 22nd with a deprivation of a minor, I would say a monitor, of a minor. The incident occurred today at McDonald's located at 2902 Washington Road in Augusta, which has a playground inside. Authorities were called after a concerned customer noticed the children, 1, 6, and 10, were all left alone. So there was a 1-year-old. That was a dead giveaway. The 6 and 10-year-old, you may have got away with that. Let's just say it was an hour. If we're being honest. Yeah, we know that this is wrong. But it would have been less, hey, there's an infant, there's a 1-year-old in the play place with no adult. The 6 and 10-year-old, you could be like, oh, they might be outside sitting and eating, or saying they may have went to the car or something. They may have went to the bathroom. But the 6 and 10-year-old, or maybe the 6-year-old, but they probably would have just been playing the whole time. It had to be that infant. A responding deputy found the children unattended. A witness reported seeing Lewis with the children around 4:30 that day. The witness also observed Lewis leave the restaurant, return later before leaving again. So Lewis was in there, they seen him. He left, he returned, and then left again. Maybe he had to own the job, over the phone interview. Had the over the phone interview. Then he came back in and checked on the kids, and then he had an actual physical. I can't even speak today. A physical interview. So it says Lewis arrived back at the McDonald's around 6:18 p.m. and was detained by police officers. Damn, so they was waiting on him. He was gone for almost 2 hours. He explained that he walked to the restaurant with his children from his apartment and didn't want to make them walk back while he attended a nearby job interview. He said he did not own a vehicle. The children's mother arrived shortly after and took the children from the restaurant. Lewis was arrested and taken into custody. So he's saying that from what he told the police is he left at 4:30. They said they got there at 4:30. He left. He returned and left again. So I'm assuming since he said he just walked to the restaurant with his children from the apartment, he didn't want to make them walk back while he attended it. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the first interview was over the phone, so he walked back to the apartment, did the interview so the kids wouldn't be there and be loud, came back to the restaurant, checked on the kids, and then he went to the physical interview. That's what I'm thinking as. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put it together, but that's the only thing I can see him doing. But he left a 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old. This is stupid. I'm not saying leave your kids unattended. At 6 and 10, me and my brother would have been left unattended. That was 10 and 7 for us. But a 1-year-old, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for a 1-year-old to be left at the McDonald's. And he showed back up and left again. That's some wild stuff, man. Let me see if there's a video. What up, Torian? Let me see if there's a video, because I literally heard about this morning. I was going to do a video, but I said, nah, let me do a live since we haven't did one. Let me see. Chris Lewis, Young Drive. No, I don't think they got any videos for it. Let me let me see what this is. You would think they would put this on the local news though. What up, NL DeMarcus? They should put this on the local news. Let me see. Is there anything? No, it's all the same stuff. So just to catch up on it, this man here, what do you guys think? So this gentleman here, Chris Lewis, 24 from Young Drive, he left his apartment. He has a 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old. He leaves his apartment. He doesn't have a car. He walks to McDonald's. He leaves the 1-year-old, the 6-year-old, the 10-year-old in the play place. He leaves the McDonald's. We don't know what he did, but he returns back to the McDonald's. Then he leaves again. And then when he comes back, he ends up getting arrested. Now, he said he left the kids there because he had an interview, but he left twice. You see what I'm saying? He left the first time, came back and checked on the kids and left again. So I'm trying to figure out, did he carry the kids over here in just like regular clothes and then walk back to the apartment and put on the clothes for the interview and then walk to the interview? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm thinking. Walked to the McDonald's, dropped the kids off, either went back and did a phone interview or went back and changed and put on his like his suit or whatever, goes to McDonald's, checks on the kids, and from there he speeds walk to the interview. That's what I'm thinking he made. It's either those two options. He did over the phone or he went to go change. But can we knock him for trying to get a job? Can we knock him for trying to get a job? Any other time they say Negroes is lazy. This man was trying to get a job. Now, leaving the kids there is crazy. I'm not justifying. Trust me, I'm not. If we on my other channel, then yeah, I could come up with a way to justify this. But over here, we're gonna be honest. This is a stupid move, but he was trying to get a job. I'm trying not to laugh, but he was trying to get a job, man. What they charge him with? Basically, neglected children, deprivation. Let me see. Yeah, deprivation of a minor. That's it. Yeah, see, NL, that's what I'm thinking. He could have said, hey, look. I know, hear me out before y'all throw me out the front door. Look, I got this interview. I gotta, can I leave my kids here in the play place? I don't want to make them walk back to to the apartment. Then I gotta walk. Like, can they stay here? Just give me an hour, 2 hours, man. I'll be back. But then again, if I'm an employee and you like, hey, bro, I'm gonna leave my kids here. Nigga, no, you not. You not leaving them kids here with me. Hell no, you might never come back. We don't know we don't know who you are. It's not like you work here and it's like, hey, oh, what's up, Mo? Hey, yeah, I'm gonna leave the kids here. I'm gonna be right back. All right, cool. I know you. I know your kids. If something happened to them kids, someone come up here, we don't know who they are. We don't know who you are. No, we're not letting you leave the kids here. So you really can't ask employees. And then if I'm a manager and one of y'all came up to me like, hey, Mo, Chris leaving the kids over there. I'm like, no, the hell Chris ain't. Chris will get his black ass fired. He don't come get these damn kids. Hell no. If I'm the man, I'm not taking that risk because if the kids come up missing, they're gonna be looking at the manager. Why you ain't do nothing? Well, obviously, my job description don't say look out for the kids. It say make sure that the play place is safe and that the shoes are off and socks are worn. That's my job. My job is to make sure that my employees behind this counter are doing what they do. Now, you can't hold me liable for this. And I'd have to support McDonald's. Like, no, McDonald's is not liable for anything that happened to these kids. It tell you when you go into that play place anyway. Warning: McDonald's is not at risk or at fault for anything that happens in here. Don't run around and be cautious when you play. Hell no. You the manager and somebody left their kids in there. And nigga, where you going? Hell no. I can see if it's like, all right, two 13-year-olds. All right, cool. Y'all sit there. We can watch y'all. Y'all got enough common sense. But a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old, hell no. Man, you better come get these kids, man. Matter of fact, I might have to call the police myself. Yeah, this ain't me telling on nobody. This is making sure that these little babies is all right. But yeah, so that's what happened. And I guess it was an employee that seen because it says a witness reported seeing Lewis with the children at 4:30 on that day. The witness also observed Lewis leaving the restaurant and returned later before leaving again. He arrived back at McDonald's around 6:18. So whoever called the police, I'm sure they were there the whole time. It made sure that the police came and arrested Chris Lewis. Damn. The child's mother, the children's mother, shortly after came and took them from the restaurant. He was arrested and taken into custody. So what y'all think, man? What y'all think, man? It's all messed up. I give the man credit because he was trying to look for a job, but this isn't how you go about it. You got to notify somebody. I want to know what happened before this. Was the baby mama like on his ass? You need to get a job. You'll be doing done. You'll be doing done. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get a job. But it's kind of hard. He tried to explain to her, it's kind of hard for me to go look for a job when I gotta watch 3 kids while you at work. You see what I'm saying? So we don't really know what went down. It was stupid for leaving the kids here. Very desperate move. But let's be honest. We all seen a pursuit of happiness, and we knew what he went through. He was sleeping in the bathroom on the floor. He was sleeping on trains. They were sleeping on benches. You got to do what you got to do to survive. Yeah, this put the kids at risk, but at the same time, he trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. And unfortunately, he got locked up because this is not a good move to make in 2025. Back in 1981, you could drop the kids off at the park. You can go grocery shopping. Hell, in the 1990s, we seen a movie called Home Alone where they left a whole kid at the house in Chicago while they went to New York City for goddamn Christmas. They left a whole kid there. Not only did they leave a kid there, this nigga solved the biggest crime organization in the city by himself. So sometimes you do make risks, but like I said, that's the 90s. Kids were built different back then. Kids were built totally different back then. So he at least tried to look for a job. It's unfortunate now he's in jail. And hey, Chris, next time, man, phone a friend or something. Call a local church. A church, man, the church can't turn down no kids. If a church turn down the kids, you got to go up there and slap the damn preacher. Bow, what you mean you can't watch these kids? You got to do something, man. But there are alternative things that he could have done. You know what I mean? So that's what happened there, man. I heard this story either last night or this morning. And I was like, let me get on here and talk about it. But that's it, man. Oh, Chris Lewis. I don't know how much time he got because his article just came out today, but he got arrested last week. All right. What else have y'all heard that's been going down? Yeah, hey Torian, I did have a good man. I'm gonna put together some footage and I'm gonna try to have that done this weekend for sure. Yeah, but I got some. I mean, I did a dungeon tour. I ended up doing a nuclear bunker tour. Um, I went cycling through the city. I did a rap song with some people playing the instruments on the road. You know, I'm gifted like that. You know, off the top of the dome, freestyles, baby. Um, I got some cool stuff. You know what I mean? I got me some cool stuff, man. I got some. I don't know when I'm gonna show y'all what I got. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I got like a Bohemian glass. It's like a glass sphere. And on the inside, it's a glass, like a circle in there. It's got like these spirals around it. Yeah. So I got me some cool stuff. Matter of fact, it's right there. I might, oh no, I'll show you what I'm talking about, man. I got some other stuff. I might pull something out Friday. Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to help me decide if I'm gonna put this in either. So I got my display cabinet up in my living room. So we got to decide: are we gonna put this back here with everything that we travel, or are we gonna put this in my display cabinet? Hopefully I don't drop this thing. What's up, Kendall? So I gotta decide, am I gonna keep this in the studio or I'm gonna put this in the display glass? Got that little ball in there. But it's not really a ball, it's just glass. So I don't know if I'm gonna put this in my display glass or if I'm gonna keep this in here with all the travels I got over here. Man, they had this other one, but I didn't see it until I was leaving. It was like a ball in the middle, but it looked like it was an explosion on both sides with blue. So yeah, one of the things in the Czech Republic is glass, Bohemian glass. All of this is handcrafted. Yeah, so that I don't know if I'm gonna put this over here on the stand because I know how people be over here drunk, and I ain't trying to have them tear up my good shit. You know, they don't be in the house. Hell no, I shouldn't have got two. This mug right here was like 80. Matter of fact, I'm about to just show y'all. We got a little break right now. This is a close friend. You know, on Instagram, you got the little close friends you can send to people. This just for y'all. But Friday, we got us. I don't know if I can do it Friday. Give me a second. You know, I had to come back with something exclusive. Yeah, I'm a yak sipper, a big yak drinker. Look at this. Muco. This right here is one of the only Russian cognac companies in the world. One of the only. And we got that XO. This is two Russian brothers. They moved to France. They're one of I think it's only two Russian families that have a cognac brand. Yeah, so I said, oh, let me get that right there. Ooh, we're gonna open this up on one of them lives, man. We're gonna open this up on one of them lives. I never heard this until I got up there. So this, I'm probably gonna put this one in the glass. It's either this or the ball. I'm gonna put this one in the glass up under my triple distilled whiskey, my Jameson. But I'm gonna drink this though. I'm gonna drink this. I'm probably gonna open it up. I'll probably get the first shot of this. Probably I might do it Friday, but then again, I might wait to the finale for this. So this is like I think it was like 190, like 180 or 190 or something like that. But yeah, so this yak right here, this is a Russian brand. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's the box. The beauty in the back, you know what I mean? Muco XO Grande Champagne is a fruit of an exclusive blend of Grande Champagne, first growth of cognac. This treasure is extremely well balanced. Cognac uh, characterized is by its fruity and floral persistence. Its aromas and candied orange prune match well perfectly with a gingerbread hint. I didn't know it had gingerbread in it. The very long aging in an oak wood cask reveals the delicacy of a light and notes of tobacco and leather. Uh-oh, that sounds kind of exclusive. The tasting of this, an elegant cognac, is ideal as as a digestive or on the rocks. Man, I'm gonna have mine on the rocks, nigga. And the lady that sold me this was talking about, oh, it's Friday. We get a 10% discount. I said, 10% discount? She said, yeah, 10%. So I said, let me get that. And let me get a bottle of that VSOP Remy. Because y'all ain't got no XO in here. Let me get that VSOP Remy for the evening. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It was a cool little trip. Would I recommend check? Yeah, I definitely would. We learned a lot of history too. I went into a nuclear bunker. It was a nuclear bunker. It's still active. There's over 680 of them out there. And Xbox Live did an actual commercial down in there. That's where, if you were on my Instagram, you see me holding that AK. Yeah, that was a real one. That was during the 1988 when they were having their war, their little rift with Russia. That was one of the AKs that they took. Still active too. They lucky they didn't give me no rounds. I about to let that pop, pop, pop. But nah, they told me nah, chill, Mo, chill. Oh. And then I had to give me some simple shit too. You know what I mean? I had to be a simpleton. Of course, we got a shot glass and some key rings. But this is the astronomical clock that's right there in Old Town. Damn, he didn't tape this thing all the way up, man. I'll probably put the glass in the case and keep this over here. So what else did we do? Oh yeah, we went bicycling through the city. We had these e-bikes. Man, my dog Trill, man, he's still hurting. When next time y'all see Trill in the chat, tell Trill get well. You know what I mean? Next time you see Trill in the chat, tell why he hoops. Hey man, get better, man. Matter of fact, I'm telling him to join the live, man. Y'all tell him to get better, man. My dog fucked up, man. We got on the e-bikes. It wasn't even 2 minutes on the bikes, man. His ass didn't wreck. He done ran into a parked car. This fool. The dancing house been. I think I got it. I don't think I took a picture of it. I got a. What's the name? I think it's on my camera when we rolled by. Then we got the astronomical clock right there. You know what I mean? I got a good battery put in there. But I'm gonna put this one in here though. This is the one I'm gonna keep over here. Yeah, that mug cold. So this clock is actually on the side of the building in the Old Town Square. They had a bigger one, but I was like, man, I can't put all that in my bag. So I got the medium size. Yeah, so this one's gonna go over here. It's probably gonna go next to the bike next to Amsterdam because I gotta get another stand for my Costa Rica thing. The one I had dropped that mug and chipped the side, so I don't want it over there. No. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I got some pins to put on my hat, but you don't care about that. Am I in a Mile High Club? Hell no. When I get on the plane, I go to sleep. Ain't no Mile High with me. I ain't getting my freak on in the air. I'm already looking out the window the whole time. But anyway, all right. My April Fool. Now I don't really do no pranks no more, man. I don't really do no pranks no more. But all right. I mean, yeah. Yeah, unless I got a stewardess, but I mean, I can give y'all some history on Prague because when I put the video together, it's just gonna be real quick. Damn, I ain't got my hard drive over here. But I can give y'all history on Prague though. Yeah, so we went on the dungeon tour, we went on the nuclear bunker tour, then we went on a pub crawl. We met this Russian. She was cool people. She wanted to drink a lot though. I didn't know if I could really trust her like that, so I didn't really give her too much information. But yeah, we did a lot of stuff. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff. The best tour was in my opinion, was the nuclear bunker. But yeah, give me some articles. We just talked about the young man that dropped the kids off at McDonald's. Had to go do a damn interview, man. At least he was looking for a job. Let me see. Breaking news. Oh, and I had another article. Let me see. Saved. I got one for y'all. Maurice Bird. All right, I'm let me look him up. I got let me do this one right here. Maurice Bird. Maurice Bird was acquitted. Who is this guy? All right, let's see what Torian's talking about. Maurice Bird. Let me see if there's any videos. Public defender speaks out. Wisdom in 40%. All right, here goes Maurice Bird.
An ongoing neighborhood dispute in Montgomery County turns deadly. Tonight, a local barber is in jail. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Sheba Russell. The alleged gunman is now facing murder charges, accused of killing the man who lives above his shop. Our Greg Payne starts us off tonight.
It was very shocking. Yeah, it really took me off guard.
Police say just before 6 p.m. Saturday, they responded to a shooting that occurred in the parking lot near Razor Reese's Salon and Spa and right next to Jay McCollum's piercing shop.
I heard what I thought were firecrackers. You know, of course, now I know those were gunshots. So I went to look out the window and I just saw somebody going from standing up to falling down backwards.
Police say when they arrived, they found 37-year-old Steven Strasberg of Hatboro suffering from multiple gunshot wounds in the parking lot. And still on scene, the suspected shooter, 41-year-old Maurice Bird of Horsham, the owner of Razor Reese's Salon and Spa.
I saw Maurice over there, and he said that he was on the phone with the police. And so I just didn't really know what to do at the time. All I saw was somebody who was bleeding really badly. You know, I'm in a piercing shop, so I have things like gauze around the shop. And so I just ran back in as quickly as I could, grabbed a bunch of gauze, went out and just held it on the wound on his face until the paramedics came.
Strasburg was taken to a local hospital where he died. Authorities later learned Strasburg lived above Razor Reese's Salon and Spa and had an ongoing dispute with the owner. According to the criminal complaint, Bird says he was outside the shop smoking a cigarette in the parking lot when he was confronted by Strasburg, who began saying racial slurs toward him. Bird went back into his shop to get his phone and called 911, where he told dispatch he was being verbally assaulted by Strasburg. Bird told detectives right before the shooting, Strasburg grabbed his shirt. While still on the phone, dispatchers heard 5 gunshots, a pause, and then 2 more gunshots.
Damn, there's a lot of shit going on, man. So he was outside smoking a cigarette. Some guy came up on him, was talking shit. Hey, nigger, get your black ass out of here. He's smoking a cigarette. He like, man, I'm not putting up with this. 911, do we have an emergency? Yes, some white guy out here belittling me, calling me names, calling me out of my name. My name is Maurice Bird. But he's not calling me that. He's calling me black guy. He's calling me black. He's calling me big lip, watermelon eating. You know the rest, officer. Okay, please do not do anything else. Maurice go back outside. Old boy is still out there calling him Blackie. Maurice said, I'm tired of this shit. And allegedly, I think they're about to say Maurice fired off 5 shots. Pow, 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 pow. And then he stopped and then pow, pow. So after those last 2 shots, the guy that does the piercings right next door to the barbershop, he comes outside. He got a lot of guys because that's what he does. Tattoos, wounds start bleeding. So he puts the guys over the guy's wound. Now, they say that the guy got shot in the face also. So he's just sitting there applying pressure to it so he won't be bleeding out. Now, I've never heard this story. So we're about to see what the rest of this says, and then we're going to read the article because I guess he got out for this. But that's what we got up to right now. That 2 minutes is summed up in 30 seconds.
7 casings were recovered at the scene, along with a semi-automatic handgun registered to Bird, who has a valid permit to carry. Bird is currently being held at the Montgomery County Correctional Facility, facing first-degree murder charges, and is awaiting an arraignment. As for those living and working in the usually quiet area, many are still a little shaken up.
Totally unexpected. I mean, nothing like that ever happens around here.
Reporting in Hatboro, I'm Greg Payne, Fox 29 News.
All right. So Maurice, he had a registered gun. He let them things fly. All right. So a Hatboro barber was acquitted of murder for shooting a man who attacked him after racist threats. Lawyers for Maurice Bird said that during his trial this week that he shot Steven Strasburg in self-defense after Strasburg attacked him. Jurors cleared him of any wrongdoing. All right, my man Maurice did things the right way. Told the police, man, we got an accident out here. We got an incident waiting to happen. I'm talking about DOA, dead on arrival. A Hatboro barber who killed a man during a confrontation outside his business last year that he said was racially motivated was acquitted of murder by Montgomery County jury late Thursday. Maurice Bird, 42, was found not guilty after a 4-day trial in Norristown, in which his lawyer said he shot Steven Strasburg in self-defense after Strasburg attacked him in a drunken rage and used a racial slur. Prosecutors have said the shooting was deliberate and amounted to deletion. They noted that Bird ignored instructions from a 911 operator to wait for police to arrive and intervene after Strasburg, 37, confronted him in an argument that ended in gunfire. See, that's what I was thinking. They were like 911 emergency. Like, I'm just trying to let y'all know what's going on. I kind of knew anybody with, I got a homeboy named Maurice. We call him the other Mo. But Maurice is, not saying that my dog Maurice is like that, because my man wouldn't kill nobody, man. Don't put that on my dog. But dudes with the name Maurice, from the Maurices that I know, they pretty much don't give a damn. They in their own world. You don't want to push them because they will react. And this Maurice did the right thing. He heard what the 911 operator said. He stood by. But once Strasburg confronted him in another argument, he had to let them fires go off. Pow, 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 pow. Break. Pow, pow. After nearly 6 hours of deliberation, jurors cleared Byrd of any wrongdoing in Strasburg's June 2024 deletion. As he walked out, Judge Risa Verdi Furman's courtroom, a free man, Byrd, smiling widely, said, "We fought a great fight and the truth prevailed." I know that's right, Maurice. "It was an unfortunate situation, set of circumstances," he added, "but I'm looking forward to moving forward and ensuring to be the best person I can be." One of Byrd's attorneys, Joseph Schultz, said Friday that he was pleased with the jury verdict, which he called fair and just. Maurice is just looking to get back to his life on track, he said, adding that Byrd had expressed an interest in applying to law school. Maurice Byrd, you are a man of the people. Not only did Maurice catch a body, now he wants to go into law school so he can formally know all of the laws so he can be able to defend himself even further if people want to come and try the wrong person. Now, a lot of people call it fuck around and find out. Strasburg was just drunk. Strasburg let the drink get the best of him. They say a drunk mind speaks the truth. Well, or a drunk tongue or something like that. They say when you get drunk, they say you tell the truth. Let me tell you something. When I get drunk, I get the lying. When I get drunk, I get the lying. I ain't telling no truth when I'm drunk because I know I'm drunk. So really, you can't hold nothing against me because I'm drunk. But in this instance, yeah, they can. If you start saying the wrong shit to the wrong people while you're drunk, then you're going to be held accountable for those words. In a statement with officials from the Montgomery County District's Attorney's Office, said that while they respect the jury's verdict, they stand by the evidence in the case and remain committed to seeking justice and upholding their duty to the community. During the trial, Assistant District Attorney Samantha Kaufman said tensions between Byrd and Strasburg, who rented an apartment next to Byrd's barbershop. The tensions between Byrd and Strasburg, who rented an apartment next to the barbershop, had been simmering for years. Police had been called to the Razor's Reef Salon, Byrd's business, on North York Road. I was about to say, damn, New York. North York Road 3 times since December 2022, according to the evidence presented during the trial. So these two been beefing for 3 years or 2 years because this happened in 24. On one occasion, Byrd told the police that if Strasburg entered his barbershop and threatened him, he would have. Oh, well, shit. Byrd knew his laws. He told the police, he gave him a warning, like, man, I warned him 1 time. I warned him 2 times. I warned him 3 times. If he come back over here, I'm firing off on him. So the police probably came over there and said, hey, Strasburg, you got to quit tripping. He kept coming over there. So Byrd did the right thing. He was a black man, and he wasn't afraid to dial 911 because you need to get this documented. Hey, you guys know, help, police, help, police. I've called you guys several times. You didn't take this situation seriously. So I'm pretty sure they presented all of this in court. He's been saying Strasburg been coming over here. He told Strasburg, you keep fucking around, you really gonna find out. But when you find out, you gonna wake up dead. Yeah, I said it. You gonna wake up dead because you gonna find out that you ain't in the place you supposed to be. You went to sleep in your bed, woke up and fell on the pavement and woke up in hell because that's where I'm sending you. If I gotta shoot you, you're not going to heaven because trust me, you're doing something wrong. You're going to hell. And as my Dr. Umar would say, my good brother,
some of them going to sleep for good.
So fuck around if you want to. Then on June 8th, as Byrd sat outside his store smoking, Strasburg confronted him, according to trial testimony. Strasburg's next door neighbor testified that he saw Strasburg walk up to Byrd, accuse him of being a drug dealer, and called him a dirty nigger. I wonder, was it nigga or nigger? I'm going to go ahead and say it was nigger. Byrd went inside his business and called 911 to report that Strasburg had threatened him, and the operator told him to stay in the salon and wait for the police. Oh, no. I was going to, but Strasburg, he's crossing the line. But Byrd went back outside after seeing Strasburg walk by. Kaufman, the prosecutor, said he was looking for a fight. He could have safely avoided this from happening, Kaufman told jurors during the opening statement. Hey, Kaufman, we're on Byrd's side. But the facts will show you that he didn't want to avoid this. A surveillance camera from a nearby business recorded Strasburg chasing Byrd. Hey, nigger, come on outside, nigger. You freaking drug dealer, you fucking nigger. You've been selling drugs. That's the only way you got this barbershop, nigger. So Byrd called the police. But then on the surveillance camera, we seen that Byrd couldn't put up with what Strasburg kept saying. He was trying to break him. As as my boy Torian would say, he's trying to break the buck. Just a bed bucket, and that's what he was trying to do. He kept calling Bird a nigger, 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 nigger. And then it showed Bird firing at him. Get your ass out of here. I'll show you a nigga. These black ass bullets about to be in your ass. So Bird got the firing. Pop, 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 pop. He shot off 5 shots. He walked backwards towards the salon. Strasburg punched Bird several times. So Bird, he thought he laid him down, but them 5 bullets didn't do enough. Strasburg took those 5. Bird shot several more times. Pop, pop. During the fight, the video showed Bird shot him twice. Pop. Then he shot him again. Pop. Once in the neck, once in the back. Because those first 5, Strasburg ate. So Strasburg took those 5 punches. Bow, 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 bow. We thought we had a combo on him. Bird thought he was done. But Strasburg ate them first 5. So Strasburg kept continuing. You shot me, nigger. So then Bird said, I'm going to show you, nigger. And he shot those last 2 times. Bow, bow. One went that nigga neck, spent his ass around. The next one, bow, hit him in that back, laid his ass down. Now, the neighbor who testified said he saw Strasburg launch himself at Bird while swinging his fist. So he took those first 5 and he thought he was the Terminator. He thought it was Juggernaut. He thought them bullets weren't going to lay him down. By the time the neighbor went to try and break up the fight, he said he heard gunshots ring out. Bow, bow. That was the last 2. In the neck, spun him around, and then in the back. He then said he saw Bird raise his hands, place the gun on the ground, and wait for officers to arrive. So Bird got through letting off 7 shots and said, where the police at? I told them what was going to happen. He came in my store, lunged at me, and I laid him down. The first 5 he ate. I can't lie. When I'm talking to the jury, Maurice Bird, I can't lie. The first 5 he ate. He ate the first 5. He kept rushing me. If you guys watched episode 4 of Raising Kanan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He rushed me, and I had to put 2 more on his ass. Because sometimes you got a double shot. Pink, pink. We learned that way back ago on what movie was that. But he then said he saw Bird raise his hands, place the gun on the ground. Bird's other attorney, Scott Frame, called Strasburg an angry racist, a drunk maniac, and said Bird shot him in self-defense. He said, Bird, an Army veteran, salute to my brother in arms, who was wounded in combat, acted appropriately in using deadly force to protect himself. If he believes his life is in danger, he has every right to use his legally owned and registered gun that a war hero is allowed to have, Frame said. Now, that right there would be a good case to be in to witness. Bird knew what he was doing. He stayed calm. Nigger, nigger, nigger. Went to the phone. Hello. Strasburg is attacking. He is in my building. Matter of fact, he's rushing me right now. He's rushing right now. Pow, pow, pop, pop, pop. 5 shots. Oh, he's still swinging. Pow, spun him around. Pow, laid him down. So I'm just letting y'all know, but the gun will be on the ground and my hands will be up. Remember, when they come in here, I am the black guy that is calling this in, but send the police. So they said Maurice Brown is off, man. They said it was self-defense. And my dog said he's about to become a lawyer. He said he's about to become a lawyer. He's going to law school. Let me see if they got some more audio of it. All right, that was a cool story. I'm glad he...
Saturday, any other day, around 5:30, I'm finishing up a client. Walked her outside and we're just chit-chatting. Saturday, any other day, around 5:30, I'm finishing up a client. Walked her outside and we're just chit-chatting. And we heard the first 5 shots. I grabbed her and brought her in, and then there was another 2 shots.
A deadly shooting Saturday evening left 1 man dead, 1 in jail, and sent neighbors running indoors.
I was like, well, those sound like gunshots.
Officials tell us the shooting happened around 5:45 p.m. in the parking lot outside of Razor Reese's salon on North York Road. According to court documents, the whole thing started with an argument. Salon owner Maurice Bird was outside smoking when neighbor 37-year-old Steven Strasburg, who lived above the business, started yelling at him, calling Bird, who's black, racist slurs. This happened multiple times until Strasburg started coming towards Bird and the owner called 911. According to the criminal complaint, Bird began to retreat further into the parking lot when Strasburg grabbed Bird's shirt. Bird retrieved his handgun from the front of his waistband, to which Strasburg responded, "What are you going to do? Shoot me?" As Steven pulled his arm back like he was going to punch Bird, Bird fired several shots and dropped his cell phone.
The man was down in the parking lot. The other man, Maurice, was just standing over him and was kind of like, I didn't know if Maurice was the shooter or if he was just there as a witness.
Investigators and paramedics rushed Strasburg to the hospital, where he died. Meanwhile, Bird, who stayed at the scene, is now facing a first-degree murder charge. Locals now forced to process a deadly ending to a neighborhood dispute.
I just wish people could be better. You know, we're all the same. We all want the same things, and it's really unnecessary.
Saturday, any other day, around 5:30, I'm finishing up a client, walked her outside, and we're just chit-chatting.
All right. Well, what you guys think, man? Maurice did the good thing. Maurice got off. Damn, huh? Maurice made it out of there, man. We can't knock Maurice. So our first article was Chris Lewis. He dropped off the kids, so he's gonna do an interview at McDonald's. And then our second our second open case was closed case now was Maurice Bird, an innocent man. He got threatened by a gentleman. He told that gentleman to leave. He had police reports and documentation, and he went ahead and knocked them on off. And well, Maurice is free, you know what I'm saying? Free Maurice until it's backwards. And now it's backwards. All right. What we got? Oh, yeah, let me bring up the let me see. One day ago. Is there a we'll do, we'll just bring it up. So this is another article that I just seen. This is from Sunday. I don't know if they got a no, we don't want the dump truck article. All right, here we go. All right, so this article I just seen earlier today. Yeah, I seen it this morning. It says 3 women unalive, 1 in critical condition after early morning crash in Lake County. 3 women are deleted and 1 woman is in critical condition after an early morning single vehicle crash in Lake County on Sunday, the Florida Highway Patrol said. A 30-year-old woman from Mount Dora driving a 2024 Jeep Cherokee was traveling northbound on State Road 19 south on St. Florence Lane, FHPD said. FHP said that the woman failed to negotiate a left-hand curve and ran off the roadway to the right. So they basically saying it's a left turn. She didn't navigate it correctly. And went off to the right. So yeah, you got to slow down when you hit when they tell you slow down, the speed limit is 70, and then they tell you hit that curb at 45, they letting you know, man, unless you're a skillful driver like me, slow that thing down. You don't want to hit them corners going like that. Plus, you in a Jeep Cherokee, that top heavy, man. Them trucks, they get to rolling. They ain't low to the ground. The suspension ain't like that. They fall off road. You want to get on the track, you got to get on the track. But yeah, they didn't negotiate a left-hand curve and ran off the roadway to the right. As a result, the vehicle struck a pole on the right shoulder and overturned several times. The impact caused all 3 passengers to be ejected from the vehicle. Always wear your seatbelt. Click it or ticket. The first thing you do when you get in the vehicle, you get in, you put your seatbelt on, then you adjust everything. Now, when you leave in a building or something, a store, you get in, you start the vehicle up, you already start reversing. You already start doing that. You don't want to be sitting around and get caught off guard. You put your groceries in there, you put whatever you got in the car, you get in, you start up, you reversing. You putting that seatbelt on as you moving. But yeah, when you driving, always have your seatbelt on, man. The seatbelt will save your life. I know some people think it rubs across their neck. Get one of the little pads or something, but always wear your seatbelt, man. FHP said the women failed to negotiate a left-hand curve and ran off the roadway to the right. As a result, the vehicle struck a pole on the right shoulder and overturned several times. The impact caused all 3 passengers to be ejected from the vehicle. The driver and one of the passengers were pronounced deleted at the scene, FHP said. 2 other passengers were transported to Orlando Regional Medical Center, where one was pronounced deleted and the other passenger, a 26-year-old woman from Itus, is currently in critical condition. The crash remains under investigation. Now, there is something else that I read, that this wasn't an accident. I mean, it was an accident, but they were like on Facebook or something when it happened. Let me try to find that. FHP investigating after 3 killed, 1 hurt. 3 deleted and 4th one was injured, according to FAP. The crash happened at 3:15 a.m. Road 19, we know about that. St. Florence Lane, trooper said a 2024 Jeep Cherokee failed to negotiate a left-hand curve. The driver and all 3 passengers were ejected from the vehicle, so none of them were on seatbelt time. This is an easy thing. You may have been able to survive. That seatbelt man just did just enough. Excuse me. I'm trying to find the article because the driver, Mount Dora woman, passengers on the live, saved. Hold on, I think I got it. Hold on, I got it. Man, that's on me. So it turns out these 3 women, before the accident actually happened, they were on Facebook drinking, speeding. Damn, they said the guy that killed Say So P is unalive. Let me see. All right, here we go. So here's the actual. Here's what they were doing before. So it says 3 Florida women passed away and 1 in critical condition. Moments after the driver was spotted on Facebook, turning up and doing over 116 miles per hour. The driver lost control and struck a pole. So this is them on the road here. Yeah, this doesn't even look cool. There you go, right there. 116 miles per hour. They wilding out. Ain't nothing even cool about speeding. I mean, when I get on the Autobahn, yeah. When I was coming back from the airport last night, oh yeah, I was doing about $115, $120. I got passed up by a Porsche. Man, that Porsche had to be doing at least 140. That thing went by and shook the car yesterday. But I'm on the Autobahn. I got a straightaway for like 5 miles. I'm just cruising. Ain't no accidents. But they out here and they drinking and driving and doing this. No seatbelts on, just wilding, risking life. Could have killed that person right there. It's unacceptable, man. And then here goes the Facebook. This is exactly why I'd be scared as F. When other people be speeding with me in the car, crazy how your life was in his hands and you begged him to stop all because his choice. I mean, I don't know who that is. That just must be them quoting something. But damn, that's messed up, man. So they were in the vehicle drinking and driving, speeding, no seatbelts on. Man, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Sheesh. Yeah, I don't see no video. I think that just happened this weekend, so I don't see any videos of it. But damn, man. Hey, man. Don't drink and drive. Don't speed. It's not necessary. There's nowhere you're going that speeding is going to help you out. If you're late for work, don't speed. You're already late. Trust me, you going 85 miles per hour in a 50 ain't going to be a difference maker between you going 50 and a 50. When you get to work, you're still going to be late. The most you're going to save is a minute, 2 minutes. No matter how fast you drive, if the GPS tell you it's going to take 1 hour to get there, you're going to get there in 1 hour. You might get it down to 57 minutes. You might get it down to 58, but you're not about to turn a 1 hour drive on the GPS into like no 30 minutes, no matter how fast you go. The GPS knows more than you do. The GPS knows what's going on 5 miles down the road because everyone's GPS is pinging. But yeah, it ain't worth it. Drinking and driving, it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. Even 1 or 2 drinks, I'd be nervous as hell to drive. I don't drive at all. Put it like that. I don't drive at all. I made sure when I moved back to Germany, I'm in the city, so I can walk wherever I need to. If I do ever drink and I drove somewhere, I'm able to walk home. Give me an Uber. I'm blessed enough to give me a hotel room. Yesterday, I booked me another flight back home because I had an 11 o'clock flight. My dog Trill had a 10 o'clock. So I was like, man, we rode up there together. Ain't no point, you know what I mean? Miscommunication. What I do, I booked me another flight. They said I couldn't cancel mine. I still booked me another flight. So there go $200 on the table right there that I had to waste. But it's like, man, got to be safe. Got to do what you got to do. But that's that article there. It's unfortunate for them. Hopefully the fourth one, she pulls through, you know. But yeah, it's these kind of decisions. I bet she thinks twice. It'll be a learning experience from her. She'll be sure to tell all of her nieces, nephews, her kids, cousins, hey, man, it ain't worth it. Drinking and driving, put that seatbelt on, man. No matter it don't matter how cool you can look, man. That shit ain't worth it at all. Making it home is the only thing you can live for, to be honest. Making it home. All right. That's that. Sadly, they tried to sue the alcohol company. I mean, you won't be able to sue. Like, the only way you can, no, I can't even think of a way to try to spin this to sue the alcohol company. Because on the bottle, it say drink responsibly. When you drive a vehicle, when you go take your driver's test, What do you get graded on? You get graded on putting your seatbelt on. That's one of your responsibilities of driving. You going over the speed limit? That's one of your responsibilities of driving. You can't sue the liquor company because you got towed up. Now you could sue a bar for giving you too much, and they know that you tow up, and they just keep feeding you drinks. But yeah, the liquor company like, nah, we ain't got nothing to do with that. None of our commercials say drink and drive. None of our commercials say act a damn fool. None of our commercials say speed. We don't even play like that. All of our commercials are in suits, having a grand old time, good old time, beautiful faces, beautiful atmosphere. The mood is just right. You don't see no liquor commercials where it's a bum on the street. Maybe like a Colt 45 or some shit like that. He drink one of those, they show him getting cleaned up. He do like a Disney spin, and all of a sudden he clean as hell because he didn't drink a 40. But nah, that premium liquor, Don Julio, you ain't gonna see no commercial of them got no bums in there. You're not gonna see them having any commercials talking about turn up. Nah, Don Julio is gonna be, if anything, it's gonna be a grand old time. We all out at a bar watching some sports or something, or we at the house playing Jenga. Everybody just having a good time. You got people in the kitchen drinking, socializing, people you wouldn't even think knew each other, people you wouldn't even normally see having conversation. Hell no, them liquor companies ain't playing that. They ain't even advertising to us regular folk. I'm for sure, damn sure they wasn't advertising to them turning up in there to whatever song that was. That was not their prime audience. That's what Diddy was going through his situation with Ciroc, even though when you actually look into what Diddy was doing, his shit was foul. He was using marketing budgets to pay for his own people, and that's why he ended up losing that. But he was trying to say, yeah, it's only urban. Like the Diddy commercials used to have like regular average people in there, unless someone has a brand deal. Yeah, them liquor companies, they ain't advertising to us regular folk. They advertise. I mean, they know that we're easily influenced. That's why they want to get these influencers and artists and stuff to back them. But other than that, man, they ain't advertising to us. No, they ain't advertising. You may think that, but nah, they don't ever have us in the commercials unless it's maybe a spritzer or something. You know, I drink me a little spritzer here and there. I drink me some yak too, but I ain't never seen no cognac commercial with a nigga with dreads talking like a nigga in there. Hell no. You know what I mean? Ain't no Remy commercials like that. Ain't no Hennessy commercials like that. Even when Hennessy partnered with the NBA, they ain't partnered with Dennis Rodman. They partnering with LeBron James. You see what I'm saying? They not advertising to us regular folk. Hell no. They do not want us drinking their shit. They want us to drink their shit, but they don't want to be around us. So I don't think you can be able to pull off suing the liquor company. I mean, you could definitely try. You had to get you one of those lawyers that are pro bono. Like we don't get paid unless you do. But yeah, I don't think you can sue the liquor company and get away with that. It's unfortunate what happened to him though, but that tells you, man, these vehicles, these ain't no games, man. These ain't no toys. You could turn up. What do? I turn up. I turn up here on the live with y'all. I get I turn the live off and I go to sleep. You'll never hear me like, yeah, but I got turned up last night and I left and went somewhere. Hell no, I'm gonna stay right here in the house. The only turn up I'm gonna do is turn it up in the morning when I wake up to watch TV, because I'm going straight to sleep. But that's their story, and man, good luck to that one last lady. Yeah, bad choices. Bad choices. All right, what else we got? I think there was another article I had. I think this is her here. Yeah. All right, so I want to say it was 2 years ago. There was a lady that got arrested for allegedly. Well, we ain't gotta say allegedly no more because she was just convicted. There was a lady that was arrested for poisoning her husband by putting antifreeze in his food, in his drink, and all kinds of stuff. So it was antifreeze poisoning. Now she went back. That was in 2023. She went to jail. We'll play the article. She's actually been sentenced to life without parole. Now I remember hearing about this, but obviously so much stuff happens, and after a day, you kind of forget it. You know what I mean? We just had the biggest scandal that we've had when it comes to the military, the whole Signal Gate. They aren't really trying to talk about that too much more. They're trying to sweep it under the rug, but no, it's still there. So this happened in 2023. So we'll play this article and then we'll play this video and then we'll go into the article.
Tonight, a North Dakota woman accused of poisoning her long-term boyfriend with antifreeze as part of an alleged plot to inherit part.
Wait a minute. This ain't the right one. That's crazy. So yeah, this one is 2021. This lady's is 2023. It's the same exact story. Antifreeze. They really think they can get away with this. All right. WTXL Tallahassee. Thomasville woman sentenced to life without parole for husband's poisoning. Tory Frederick Robinson had been convicted of deleting Phil Frederick by poisoning him with antifreeze. Thomasville, Georgia, after nearly 3 years of an investigation and legal proceedings, Tory Frederick Robinson has been found guilty of deleting her husband, Phil Frederick, by poisoning him with antifreeze. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole Thursday morning. The case began in September 2021 when the Thomas County Sheriff's Office and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation launched an inquiry after an autopsy revealed that the 40-year-old had antifreeze in his system. TCSO says Frederick was taken into Archibald Memorial Hospital, where the emergency room staff suspected poisoning. He died a week later. Investigators ruled out accidental exposure, leading to Robinson's arrest in November 2022. So, antifreeze. Me, when I hear antifreeze poisoning, I'm thinking these individuals really, really hate that person. Now, the reason, I mean, obviously, if you're trying to poison anybody, you hate them. But to use like antifreeze and not even put in the effort to try to find something that's non-traceable, it just shows you how dumb these people are and how bad they really wanted to get rid of them. And a lot of times they want to get rid of these people for petty reasons. It definitely isn't warranting unaliving somebody. You know what I mean? So for them to get antifreeze and just slowly put it in shit, because you're not going to be able to just drink a whole thing of antifreeze without noticing it. So it is little bits, and they've been doing this over time. It's probably got to be at least a 2-3 month time span that they were doing this, and his body eventually broke down, started eroding from the inside. So that's why I say when people do this, they try to say it's a crime of passion. Hell no. You playing this shit out. You were doing this for a while. You've seen it on TV somewhere, like Kendall said, on the ID channel. You've seen it on Snapped or something like that. But you're planning this out. It's not like you're trying to go get acid and make this immediate. It's not like you're trying to suffocate them and try to get it over with right now. You're fucking making this person suffer. Robinson had denied wrongdoing, with her defense team arguing she wasn't responsible for his death, but rather it was a result of a suicide attempt. But evidence pointed to deliberate poisoning. Sheriff Tim Watkins, who worked the case, thanked the jury and said they came back with the correct verdict. You can watch his full statement below. Let's see what the lawyer had to say. Yeah, man, it's a wild world we live in.
First, we'd like to thank the jury for taking the time to hear this case, deliberate on it, and come back with what we believe is the correct verdict. We'd like to thank the GBI and the investigators, of course, with the Thomas County Sheriff's Office for almost 2 years of dogged investigations into this case. Our heart goes out to the family of Mr. Phil Frederick, and especially his kids, because they've lost their dad and now their mom. I can't express how concerned we are for their well-being and welfare going forward. But we think that was a right decision made by the jury, and Mr. Phil Frederick died the most painful death that anyone could actually endure. Staff at the hospital did an excellent job of recognizing the symptoms that he had when he was admitted to the hospital. They suspected poisoning, and they did the right testing to verify that. It actually took a week for them to get the results back and then notify law enforcement once those results were found. Okay. In suicides and accidental death, the mechanism of death is always there, present at the scene or where the victim is. Okay. If they use a gun, the gun's there. If they use pills, the pills and the drink are there. If they fall off a ladder, the ladder's there. If they fall out of a limb out of a tree falls and hit them on the head, the limb's there. Only in homicides, the mechanism of death is not there. We could not find the antifreeze or the brake fluid. Well, the first thing that we noticed was the day he was admitted to the hospital, she called the ambulance for him approximately 7:30 that morning. She showed up at the hospital in the afternoon. She stayed for 30 minutes and left and didn't come back and check on him. Now, if you're
that right there is a
telltale, your loved one probably won't make it through the night, I would hope and think and pray that you would go back and check on him after you went to a meeting, and that was suspicious behavior, very suspicious behavior. And she still had not cried over Phil in our presence. It was a tough case. I don't think anyone's tried in this area has tried a poison case before. It's a difficult case to prove because of it's all medical evidence.
So there hasn't been any like similar poisoning cases here in Thomas County?
Not that I've worked, and I've been here 32 years in investigations. I haven't done any poison cases. We've done some accidental poison cases where someone, we had a young man that actually had a beer bottle full of insecticide and drunk the insecticide. So we've had accidental poisons, but not a homicide.
Homicide, yeah.
Yeah, well. Let me see if this article has anything else. Thomasville woman sentenced to life. New private school coming to Tallahassee. So they just lumped this all in together. Friday, March 28th, below is the top stories. On Thursday, March 27th, the jury found Tory Frederick Robinson guilty of the 2021 deletion of Phil Frederick by poisoning him with antifreeze. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. This is the type of articles you get right here, man. Like, one day you're here, the next you're gone. And that's what the media gave you, one paragraph. Thomasville woman sentenced to life without parole for husband's poisoning. On Thursday, March 27th, the jury found Tory Frederick Robinson guilty of the 2021 deletion of Phil Frederick by poisoning him with antifreeze. Tim Watkins, the sheriff, worked the case, and you can watch his statement below. That's what the follow-up is right there, one paragraph. Now, I'm pretty sure when this happened, obviously it was more news coverage for it. But for her, like, hey, you threw your life away. You get one paragraph. Your whole life is summed up in this one paragraph. What did Tory do in life? Man, you remember Tory Frederick we went to school with? Yeah, man, she unalived her husband. That's the only thing you're going to remember about. No one cares. We don't care about the memories, the good times your family had. This is what we're going to remember you by. And we're not even going to remember you. After we go to this next article, we're going to forget all about this article. That's how life is, man. Just like that. It could be all gone. No one cares about Tory Frederick. All right. Now we got another article. We kind of speeding it up because I got to cut these up. You know, we got a live tonight. So this is another article we have, and this is fairly recent also, you know. I think this happened over the weekend, or no, not the. I think this is like Thursday or Friday. All right. So this next article, we're gonna go up to Chicago. We're just down in Georgia. We're gonna go up to Chicago. This article is about 3 women that dine and dash. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever dine and dash. Now, these ladies, they did what anybody would have done when we were 15 and 16. What we would have done when we was 17 years old. What we would have done if we were 12 years old. Dining and dashes is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Is where you order up everything, you dine in, you eating good. Chicken wings, chicken fingers. You can't go to a fancy restaurant where you can, but they're gonna really press charges on you. So you just go to like a little restaurant, maybe like an IHOP or something. Back in the day, we were younger. You go to an Applebee's and you dine and dash. You go in there, you ordered up you eat it all up. And while they ain't looking, one person act like they going to the bathroom. So now it's 2 of y'all sitting at the table, 3 of y'all sitting at the table. One more act like they going to the bathroom. Then one person to walk out to the front door. And then there's one person there. They trying to talk to the person like, oh, yeah, can you give me another water or something? And then everybody went out the side doors. One went out the front door to get the whip started. And then, boom, you the 4th person. You hop up out of there. Car already ready to go. You hop in the car. You dip out. That's dining and dashing. There's other forms of dining and dashing where it's just you by yourself. And you could just ask them straight up, hey, where's the bathroom at? Okay, thank you. You have them go get the bill. Where's the bathroom at? And you go on and get up out of there because they're going to be preoccupied. But these 3 women did something that we didn't do back in the day. 1, because we didn't have Facebook Live. 2, we didn't have Instagram Live. 3, we couldn't even go live. We had Black Planet. We had MySpace. All you could do is get on there and pick your best friends. That was it. Well, these 3 ladies decided to go do a little dine and dash and getting some chicken wings. They wanted to get up all the good food. They may have got some drinky drink. We're going to find out in the article what all they got. But then these fools, they not only dine and dash, they did one more D, Dine Dash Digital. They get online and they start telling everybody, yeah, we did that. We big dog status. And I'm thinking, okay, they got to be about 15, 16 years old. But it says 3 women were accused of dining and dashing in digital. 3 Ds, dine, dash. You could dine and dash, but you can't dine, dash, and digital. You can't go digital after that. So let's jump into this article and see what these dine, dash, and digital women got into.
Local restaurant owners are noticing more people skipping out on their bills lately.
Tia Ewing has the latest on the uptick.
Now you see them and now you don't. We've blurred the video because the trio hasn't been charged yet. But you can't miss that distinctive blue wig and the massive tab they left behind.
The server went to the table. They asked for the ticket to be split. She left from this table behind me to a few steps away, clicked the button. As she left, they got up one at a time and walked out.
3 days ago, the 3 women from Rochester, New York visited Soul Vibes in the Near North neighborhood.
Not Soul Vibes. They didn't dine, dash, and digital from Soul Vibes. Not our own people. And it's the vegan restaurant. Kendall, you should be upset. They said it's not meat here. Can't believe it's not meat. I'm talking about this is a vegetarian. Soul Vibes. That means you got the clean spirit and soul here. You only eating plants. You eating tofu. You eating cauliflower. You eating all of Earth's natural resources, not meat. This is a vegetarian spot, and they Dine Dash and Digital on Soul Vibes. They ain't got no soul because they definitely ain't meeting the vibes check. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see what else they did. Dine Dash and Digital.
Neighborhood to celebrate a birthday and left behind a surprise, an unpaid tab of over $200.
They actually ran out the door and ran and hid behind a service vehicle that was in traffic.
They decided to dine and dash after devouring chicken wings.
Oh, no, we ain't calling it devouring. Let's see what they got, guys. So this was March 24, 5:09 p.m. These heifers ordered 2 lemon drop flights. Yes, over 21. Yes, 21 and over tequila. So they got 2 lemon drop flights for $68. What the hell is a lemon drop flight? Is that like a roll of lemon drops? They didn't come in here and get the regular shit. Lemon drop flight. Yeah, so the lemon drop flight is like this. It's multiple drinks. So it could be either small shots, but it had to be like glasses or something. It had to be the glasses. Because let me tell you something. I'm not paying $34 for no shots, not on no damn lemon drop. Hell no. I'm not paying no $34. $68 for 2. So they either got, we need to, matter of fact, we on here. We need to look up Soul Vibes menu. Let's see how many drinks we get and what flavors we get. All right, we got a menu, Soul Vibes. Now, I'm in no way, form, or fashion complaining about their prices. I think they are able to make whatever their prices they want to make. I mean, I just want to look at the menu, man. I don't want to pick up nothing. We'll just pick up. All right. $34 ain't that bad, though. It's just, you know how I get. So beverages, house-made lemonade. Where the drinks at? Dinner, sides, desserts, catering. I guess you can't order liquor online. All right, so you can't order liquor online. Oh man, look at this Southern style catfish. If I went there, this is what I get right here. Southern style catfish, macaroni, and some beans. Ooh, that look actually pretty good, man. Y'all check out Soul Vibes. Don't dine and dash though. They got some jerk wings. Let's see what else is on the menu. 2 lemon drop flights for $68. 1 lemon drop flight for $34. So it was 3 women. So it probably was this ain't no deal because 2 is 34, 30, 34, 34 is 68. So they just bought 3 of them. They got 1 Douce single for $5. They got the Vibes Alfredo pasta chicken for $23 with the garlic bread. That's $2 on top of it. Someone got that fried chicken wings. You know they got them overly hard. Fry my shit twice. You know what I'm saying? Double fry my wings. I don't want none of that wet wing, none of that do. I want them crispy wings. Double fry my wings. I want refried wings. That's what I want. I want crispy ass wings. So another person got 1 fried chicken wings for $26 with mac and cheese, greens,
Alfredo, and washing it all down with flour.
And add hot honey for another $2. Another person got fried. I'm not going to say what I want to say, but these are some greedy mofos. You can imagine what I'm trying to get at here. So we got somebody with the Alfredo chicken pasta. 1 person got fried chicken wings. Another person got fried chicken wings with hot honey, greens,
Flights of drinks.
Green, sweet potato. What they get? A sweet potato?
Devouring chicken wings, Alfredo, and washing it all down with flights of drinks.
Then another person got some greens, sweet potatoes, hot honey on the side. Golly. These are some Gotcha. Yeah, broke and greedy.
It's not violent, but it's a crime, and it affects us, and it affects our bottom dollar, and it affects our team members.
They were spotted on surveillance.
All right. From this photo here, we can kind of, the description, you guys can kind of fill out that description of the word that I'm trying to get at with these three suspects. You know what I mean? Since they are criminals, you can pretty much clown them for whatever, but we're just going to be cautious. But you guys can pretty much fill in the description of what of the word that I'm trying to use to describe these women. No, they not. We know they niggas. We know for sure they niggas. But I'm saying this is a descriptive. If I had to tell the police what I saw, obviously they were black. But one had a blue wig on, and they ordered $26 worth of wings. Got to be at least a 15-piece. $26 worth of wings got to be a 15-piece.
Surveillance.
At least a 15-piece. Traditional advertisers. Broke is another word that starts with a B. So wait. Oh, they got the two. Well, no, they said they just got they just said they got chicken wings. So I'm assuming that it's a 12-piece because that's the only way you can get to $26 for the wings. Unless there's something down here that say wings for 26. Well, the vegan crispy boneless is 13. Yeah, so they had to order two. Jeez Louise. Yeah, they said let me go ahead and get a double order of crispy boneless vegan wings with hot not honey lemon pepper. Yeah, let me get some of that. So that's what they was on. Nah, not bum. It's a word that it kind of sounds like when you say fig, you know, you eat the fig Newton, just replace the F with a B. And that'll kind of give you an idea of the word that I'm talking about. I'm just going off of this order. You know what I mean? We don't discriminate, but yeah, if I had to describe the three culprits to the police, it was three. You know what? I can go ahead and say it. It was three big, beautiful black women. There you go. If I got to tell the police what I saw, it was three big, beautiful black women that did the hit and run. It was three. It was three big ones. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say it. I'm just giving a description of what I seen. You know what I mean? I can't say she was normal weight. From these images that are a little bit blurred, I can tell you that they're a little bit. When I say big, I don't mean like big. I mean bigger than me. You know what I mean? I'm a solid 195 right now, but I ain't that wide. So when I say big, I mean like bigger than me. You know what I mean? But if I had to tell the police what I saw, it was three big, beautiful black women. You know what I mean? What is that? BBW? Beautiful black women? Yep, there you go. Beautiful. No, triple BW. Big, beautiful black women. That's what I saw.
Leaving one by one within 30 seconds of the server stepping away. They also forgot that they signed up on the wait list before being seated, including their name and phone number. And to add insult to injury, they posted this onto social media, thanking the restaurant for the free food while laughing at waitstaff like Chloe Jackson.
I'm here 3 days a week.
Oh, no, they didn't just do Chloe Jackson like that. Chloe, contact me. Chloe, we need to do an interview. We need to get you on here so you can tell your story. We need to get the congregation to raise $55,000 for you. We need to put money in your pocket. They ain't going to do my girl like this.
Food while laughing at waitstaff like Chloe Jackson.
I'm here 3 days a week.
Their greedy crime comes with a much heavier cost.
Some places do make the servers come out and pay for those bills, but Fab and Soul Vibes here, they don't make us pay for it. That's really grateful because $300, $400 could really break our bank for that day.
Sadly, Dine and Dash incidents are on the rise. The owners run 2 Soul Vibes locations and 3 I Can't Believe It's Not Meat restaurants. And in the last 6 months, they've seen an uptick in these type of incidents. These are just a few of the incidents they've recorded.
What's ministry of pennies and nickels?
We're starting to see a reoccurring theme. And I'm not the one showing this video footage. So anyone watching this, you can take this any way you want, in context, out of context. I didn't release this footage, and I'm not the one dining and dashing and going digital. But it looks like our culprits are all in the same demographic. It looks like everyone they're showing is in the same demographic. They know Soul Vibes ain't got no Soul Security up front. They know Soul Vibes. It's easy to run up out of Soul Vibes. They ain't gonna chase after you. They scared as hell in Soul Vibes. This is Chicago. Next time they stop somebody, somebody might get to shooting. We know how Chicago is, so I understand where they're coming from, and they really be putting the security's life in jeopardy because one of these young niggas can get upset, or even one of these. When I say young niggas, I mean young women, young men. It don't matter. Gender is not a thing. They all got guns. So you really putting security at jeopardy because all he's doing is an unarmed security job. Hey man, just make sure you pay. And somebody get mad because they broke as fuck, but they got a gun on them and they get to shoot and they knock the security down. Now security is RIP and everyone's feeling sorry for the restaurant, and we forget about the security that got popped for just doing his job by helping out so Chloe won't have to come out of her pocket. Luckily, Chloe doesn't have to come out of her pocket because they know it's dangerous to try to stop these people. These hoes is in here with blue wigs on. You know they about to start a scene. They gonna get on Chloe's ass. They got Chloe outweighed by at least 150 pounds. What Chloe gonna do? Fight them? Hey, can y'all please pay? They gonna tell her to shut up, B. She come over there, please. Come on, you can't leave. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is the second time y'all did this. Y'all shaking me down. You gotta call the police on them. And if they get their ass whooped by the police, then people will be like, oh, why'd y'all call the police? Because these bitches was stealing. So you gotta stop them. I don't care what people talking about. It's a business. The only reason you go into business is because you got a bottom line. No one starts a business to go broke. They start a business because it's their passion and they find that this is a way that they can make income doing something that they like. So when these people act a damn fool, I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Call the police, and if the police come up here and whoop their ass, that's an ass whooping that's deserved because you whooping our ass and we can't pay our rent because you ain't paying for shit. So no, I don't want the police to kill nobody, but call the police on these fuckers. Lock they dumb asses up. Make them realize that this dumb shit that they doing, oh, you're going to pay for it. You might not pay for it today. You may not pay for it tomorrow. But believe me, the police is on your ass because we got your dumb ass phone number. We got your stupid ass name, nigga. Yeah, we got all that information. And then all we got to do is post on Facebook. You know somebody going to know somebody that know your dumb ass because you're getting on here. You don't go digital. You dine and dash. You dine, dash, and ditch. You don't dine, dash, and digital. Come on, man.
So when you get these dine and dash incidences,
look at this brother. Look at this brother. And look who he was with. A no good, dirty scoundrel. Look. Fuck it. I'm calling him out. This bum ass nigga got this. This bum ass nigga got this bum ass chick with him, knowing good and damn well she could eat up a whole goddamn steakhouse. You done brought her up here and dine and dash. What kind of date is that, nigga? You that goddamn broke that you got to take her ass in here. You know she done ordered 150 on her own. She done ordered $150 worth of food. Then she's skedaddling. She ain't even moving fast. Fucking feet shuffling across the ground because she got them flip-flops because she can't wear goddamn shoes because her feet too fucking big. Talking about my bunions hurt. Motherfucker got them big-ass, flopping-ass sandals on, dragging across the street thinking she's sneaking out of. We see you. We just not about to chase your big ass. Get on out of here, man. You can't come back in here no more, nigga. And then this goofy ass nigga gonna get up with this dirty ass tall T looking around. Ain't got no goddamn money. But yeah, if you got a security up there, this is the type of nigga that'll shoot you. Her big ass gonna grab you. Talking about, leave us alone. We ain't did nothing wrong. Knowing damn well they paid $150 worth of food and they ain't pay a goddamn dime. Now security into it with them. It ain't no one helping because if I'm sitting there and I'm watching security get into it with a guy that dine and dash, I'm not about to help. What if this nigga swing on me? This ain't my money. I'm paying for my meal. I'm not inserting myself in that shit. What I am doing is watching in case this nigga get to shooting so I can get the fuck up under my table because I'd be damned if I'm dying at Soul Vibes because some niggas didn't have some goddamn money. And you best believe we joke around, nigga. I'd be right at the court. All right, he on trial for shooting a nigga. Yeah, it was that nigga right there, and that was his girl. Both of them motherfuckers. I knew they wasn't worth it. Damn, they smelled like shit when they came in here. That's why you look on the camera, you see I asked Chloe, can you move me over to that section? Because these niggas stink. But yeah, fuck them, man. Lock all these bastards up, man. This is ridiculous. I can see if it was some teenagers that ain't got no money, but y'all fucking adults, man. This is wild shit. But yeah, I'm not risking my life. And I always say that, man. When I used to work at the movies, when I used to work at Best Buy, niggas just, man, hey, don't chase after them. Fuck that, man. Your life is more important than them dumbass niggas, man. They'll get their day.
It's an industry of pennies and nickels. So when you get these dine and dash incidences, you know what I mean? You know, the consumer or the people that are doing this dine and dash might think, oh, it's just $100. Yeah, but it's hurting the bottom line.
Now, a police report.
When I tell you, you start a business, this is the bottom line. You only start a business to make money. You ain't starting a business to go broke. You damn sure ain't trying to have people robbing you.
Was made. Chicago police are now investigating. If charged, the suspects could face a Class A misdemeanor for theft of services under the amount of $500. That's punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine.
Give them 1 year in jail, $2,500. Make them feel and suffer. Let them out after 8 months, though. They ain't got to do a whole year. But put their ass in there for a year. Let them sit down and think about what they done did. Let me go to the article and we'll get the hell up out of here. All right. So it says 3 women accused of dining and dashing in a Chicago restaurant brag about it online. 3 women in Rochester, New York allegedly dined and dashed at Soul Vibes on the near north side after racking up a $200 tab, leaving one at a time. As the server stepped away, the women accidentally provided their names and phone numbers on the wait list and reportedly bragged about the crime on social media, tagging the restaurant like an idiot. The Chicago police are investigating the woman could face a Class A misdemeanor for theft for services under $500, with penalties including up to 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine. Chicago said this was a birthday celebration at near North Side restaurant. Took a shameless turn when 3 women dined, dashed, and bragged about it online. Chicago police are now investigating the incident. Now, what it's saying is it's a birthday party. So these hoes came in there, oh, it's a birthday party. So you know they got like a free cupcake with a free piece of cake, a free piece of pie. Oh, yeah, it's our girl's birthday. So they thinking, okay, cool, we got a little birthday group. Turned out the whole time this is the worst birthday. All I want for my birthday is a big booty. No, these are big bums. You don't want these right here. So what we know is 3 women from Rochester, New York were in Chicago. So not only are these bitches broke, I apologize for how I'm talking, but not only are they broke, they drove from fucking New York to Chicago with no money just to dine and dash. Between the 3 of them, I'm hearing they had $1,100 in their savings accounts and their checkers account between the 3 of them. 6 accounts, not including the debt that they have. The JCPenney card they got, that Macy's card they got, and I heard they had a Forever 21 card in their bag too, but Forever 21 then went bankrupt, so that didn't really give a damn. They also had a Costco card, but they behind on payments, so they really can't go up there and get any gas. So they really bumming it. The last $200 that they had, they decided instead of spending it on food, they got to have money to get their ass back. Now, these motherfuckers ain't going to no club and getting anywhere free. So they definitely got to show up to the club around 9 o'clock and help set up tables and chairs, because just from the blurred photo and video, I can tell you none of them are attractive. Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, Mo, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. They're goddamn criminals, and that's where they belong. So we got to classify them as criminals. But they ain't getting no club for free. Ain't no niggas bringing them to no VIP. Because obviously, if there was, that means niggas would have been paying for these meals. But obviously, niggas don't want them. And guess what? I'm nigga. But these goofies drove from New York with no money, decided to go into this Soul Vibes, eat, and just walk on out like nothing happened. Mind you, they got to take their ass back to New York. The only thing is, these motherfuckers are going to get caught before they make it out the city, if they even made it out the city. Now, 3 women from Rochester, New York were in Chicago to celebrate a birthday when they left behind a surprise at Soul Vibes 3 days ago. After enjoying chicken wings, Alfredo, and a flight of drinks, the group racked up a tab of more than $200 and skipped out on the bill, leaving one at a time. I told you about that. One go to the bathroom, second one go to the bathroom, but they actually going out the side door. Then the first person dip. Yeah, you got to go out there. You got to have a plan. They skipped out on the bill, leaving one at a time within 30 seconds of the server stepping away, according to surveillance footage. One of the women was wearing a blue wig. The women also inadvertently provided their names and phone numbers when they added themselves to the restaurant wait list before being seated. To make matters worse, the trio reportedly posted about the incident on social media, tagging the restaurant and thanking them for the free food. This incident is not the first of its kind. The restaurant owners who operate 5 locations, I thought they said 2, but 5 locations, that's good. They doing their thing. They definitely can't afford to lose 150 here, 150 there, 200 here. That's a lot of money. Think about that. 5 times in one day, that's $1,000. Think about that. Five times a day, that's 5,000 in 5 business days, 7,000 in a week, 28,000 in a year. I mean, in a month. Yeah, man, you see how that thing could add up? They seen an increase in crime in the dine and dash events. Labor costs is up 35%. Product costs are up 35%. And I used to say that the industry used to be an industry of nickels and dimes. Now it's an industry of pennies and nickels. So when you get these dine and dash incidents, the consumer who is doing this dine and dash might think, oh, it's just $100. Yeah, but it's hurt the bottom line, said the president of Illinois Restaurant Association, Sam. A police report has been filed. Chicago police are investigating. If the women are charged, they could face a Class A misdemeanor for theft. Services under $500, punishable by 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine. Yeah, and then we got the tariffs going up. So the cost of food and everything is going sky high. A little $100 here, a little $100 there. It's going to break the bank account. Let me see what these damn comments got to say. And then if y'all got anything, because I'm going to take me a little break and we're going to do Monday mistakes. You know what I mean? See what these comments got to say. Oh, well, they ain't popping up. Yep. So that's the article, those 3 women there. What do you think, man? Is dine and dashing, is it cool? It's all right. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't hurting nobody. Or is it no way, shape, form, or fashion good at all? Well, they drove to Chicago for a birthday party. They just stopped to get some food. They probably seen some shit on TikTok. Oh, man, we got to go there, man. Soul Vibes, baby. Soul Vibes, baby. Yeah, well, they got their ass caught. Well, they ain't caught yet. They on the run. And the crazy thing is, the birthday girl, that blue wig, everybody in the city know who that is. Everybody in Rochester, New York, they know who that is because she wear that wig every week. Whenever there's a special event, she got that wig on. When it's time to hit the club, she got that wig on. When it's the first of the month, she got that wig on. When that wig hit, she got that wig on. When she call herself getting dressed up to go to the grocery store, she got that wig on. It's just up under her bonnet, but a little bit of it hanging up out of there. She got that wig on. Yeah. When she thinks she about to pull up on some type of event, we got some shit cracking this weekend. It's your little cousin. She got that wig on. She done pulled up the granny house with that damn wig, knowing damn well she all over the news for dining and dashing. They went digital with it. She got that wig on. Talking about, man, I ain't do nothing wrong. I paid mine. No, you didn't. You walked out of there. You can't lie to us. We seen the footage. You walked there. It was so bad. You walked out of there. They had to blur that shit. They didn't want to put your face on it. They felt bad for you, but they know who you are. You got that wig on. They know who you are. You don't just get a wig like that and wear it one time. She wear that wig every year, every special occasion. It's a birthday party. Oh, little niece got a birthday party. She got that wig on. Yep, she got that wig on. Nah, that ain't no V17. That's how I'm going to jail. That ain't the V17 killer. That's how I'm going to jail. Yeah, she got that wig on. You know it. Be real. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put a 1 in the chat. You know what I'm talking about. They got that wig on. They got that one good wig. They put that one. What they call it is an invisible. It's invisible. You can't see like the shit on their head. They call it invisible. Ain't that what it called? There's an invisible line shit where they like cut the shit. Yeah, and they got that wig on. That's their go-to wig. What's that shit called? They put the wig on and they like you can't see the line and shit. The lace front, lace front things. and they be cutting the cloth, look like a stocking cap, and they be cutting that motherfucker. And if you get up close, it look like a hairnet, like a little sponge. You like, damn, man, am I supposed to see that? They're supposed to like cut that shit. But when you wear that wig so much, I mean, I don't know how to reattach it. I guess you got to put another skull cap up under there and then put that mug on and recut it. I don't know, but they got that wig on. Now, I'm not even trying to make fun of no black women or nothing. I'm just saying we know that one person that wear that wig. It could be a white person. They got them damn red wigs. They be wearing them blonde wigs. It could be for anybody. You know somebody got that wig on. It's just like certain type of niggas. You know when they getting fresh, oh, they got them same distressed jeans on. So don't even try to come to my channel and talk about you just talking. I talk about all niggas. Yeah, you know somebody that got that's their thing, man. They got them pants on. He wore that J. Oh yeah, he wore them J's. Yeah, he got them J's on. Every time you see him at a function, he got them J's on. Yeah, man. I'm just telling it like it is, man. One thing I'm gonna do is keep it real. All right, man. So we could do one more article, one more free time. I just needed to give me some articles, so I wanted to knock these out. Do you guys like the lives where we just go through them? Like it's just more of a spitfire, easy on that. But you know what I mean? Where we just boop, 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 we go through them. Cause I gotta get, I gotta get more videos out on this channel, and then I can start throwing more in. But yeah, we did what 1, 2, 3. We did 5 in 2 hours. All right, cool. All right, there you go, man. Yeah, we got some free time, man. Whatever y'all want to do, man. Oh, if you want to know what I did this weekend, real quick, here we go. Let me see. Where's my profile? So this right here is off the top of my dome. This is what I did. This is a little bit of prog. I'm gonna have all the footage up this weekend. I'm gonna put together. It might be like a 20-minute one because like I said, I got two tours on there. I got the bicycling. I got when we went out that night on a little pub crawl, which was kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie to you. But this is what I did on the Charles Bridge.
Hey, I got.
Here you go. This is live off the top of the dome. Check out me and my new group.
Hey, I got y'all. Look. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. And I know another nigga couldn't handle this, but she shaking that thing like who's the ish? The look in the eyes so devilish. She like to dance at the hip hop spot. Says she cruising and cruise to connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop because she was living the vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, check us out. America's Got Talent. We trying to go on Europe Got Talent. I told them, look, y'all need some soul vibes over with this little group. Y'all nice. I'm not knocking y'all. Y'all nice, but y'all might need some flavor. You know what I mean? Y'all drop the beats, I'll freestyle. You know what I mean? You give me a classic, I give you a classic. You know what I mean? You provide the beat, I provide the vocals. You feel me? Everybody was out there. They were vibing too. They're like, damn, who this nigga is? They thought I was Return of the Mac. They're like, damn, nigga, who is this dude? He nice. That's what they were saying too. I was okay with them saying nigga because they saying this nigga nice. They wasn't saying like this nigger, like, oh boy. They were saying this nigga nice.
Hey, I got y'all. Look. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. And I know another nigga couldn't handle this, but she shaking that thing like who's the ish? The look in the eyes so devilish. She like to dance at the hip hop spot. Says she cruising and cruise to connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop because she was living the vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? what? Baby, move your butt. I think say it again. She had dumps like a truck. Dials like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again.
There you go, man. That's what I did this weekend, man. That's what I was doing Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Ripping and running the streets. Shout out to my dog Trill. You know what I'm saying? We did the electric bikes, but we did it without a tour guide. Man, we had to get on like the main roads. I was all right, but man, the dude was talking to us. He was like, "All right, you gonna do it?" He literally had a raspy ass voice. I think I got some audio of him. So you gonna do this? And you're gonna scan the map, and then you're gonna walk the bike over here, and then you're gonna go over here, and then you're gonna go over here, and you're gonna make a lap over here, but you gotta go up under the brick, and you're gonna go over here. Okay, you got it? I'm like, what? He said, I'm giving you the best tour, the scenic tour, because it was two black guys. So he thought that me and Trill, well, I was an expertise, because, you know, I used to be a bicyclist back in California. 30 miles is nothing to me. You know what I mean? I was doing that shit daily. So Trill, he gets on the bike, and you got to put that bitch in gear. You got to put the bike in gear. So I had mine on 0 so I could pedal. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can, you know, make sure the seat and everything good. So I'm pedaling and we driving around the little roundabout. So Will, the dude was like, "Yo, put it in 4." So he put Trill shit in gear 4. So if he hit the throttle, his bike took off. I was pedaling on mine. So I go around first and Trill's still talking to the dude. Trill get on his bike. He get ready to go around the corner. He go around the roundabout. But his shit is in the 4th gear, so he hit the throttle. This nigga run into a car. He run into a car. I turn around like, damn. He like, hey man, he got away from me. So this nigga, because the electric bikes, they kind of heavy. They like at least like 120 pounds or something like that. Them motherfuckers kind of heavy because they had the fat tires on them. So I turned around like, damn, because all I heard was boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the hell? So I turn around. Trill is stuck in between the bike in the car because he tried to this fool tried to stop the bike from hitting the car, so he pretty much like leaned over into it. So now he's leaning halfway on the ground with the bike on him, and the car's all scraped up because of the everybody. There's a lot of people outside. This is Saturday too, so there's a lot of people outside. Now I don't know what the owner of the car was, but that nigga Will tore that car up, man. That nigga was sitting there like, hey, man, they got away from me. The dude was like, hey, I thought you knew what you was doing. This nigga Will fuck that. He fucked that car up, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's hurting my head, dude. All weekend. That's why I said when Trill come in here, y'all got to ask him if you're all right. Man, all weekend, that nigga said, man, my goddamn shin. I'm like, man, you may have broke your shin. Like, you may have cracked that motherfucker, man. Your fibula might be gone, man. You may have dented that shit up, man. Like, why would you even try to sacrifice? Man, I would have jumped off that bike. That car would have got fucked up. But I'm not getting in no accident, not on the road. That nigga talking about, man, my leg hurting. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you hit a goddamn car, man. What the fuck you mean your leg hurting? That motherfucker stuck between the bike. I ride around the circle like, yeah, man, this is cool. Hell yeah. We about to go see the Lennon Wall, because that's right before I sent that picture in the group chat. The Lennon Wall, that was like maybe 10 minutes after. No, it's probably longer than that. Probably like 30 minutes, because we did ride down the street. Oh, man. Jeez Louise. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Nah, he ain't getting no road rash, man. He just got fucked up in the process, man. That was some wild shit.
Hey, I got y'all. Look. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. And I know another nigga couldn't handle this, but she shaking that thing like, who's the ish? The look in the eyes so devilish. She like to dance at the hip-hop spots. Said she cruising and cruise to connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop, cause she was living the vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Dies like what? what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again. She had dumps like a truck. Dials like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again.
All right, man. There we go, man. I'm gonna be back on. We're gonna do Monday Mistakes on Modi J's channel. So we got that at 9 o'clock. I am back 6 hours ahead of the East Coast. We did spring forward Sunday, so I'm back 6 hours. So our times are a little bit better instead of being 5 because that really messes me up. But so we back 6 hours ahead of you guys. We got Monday Mistakes. I'm probably gonna go through maybe 4 or 5 characters, talk about what they did, their storyline, and where they made some mistakes. The What's Next video is up. And I'm just pretty much catching back up from this weekend. It was a good weekend, though. I got some more stories I'll probably divulge maybe tonight, definitely on the live Friday. We might open up that bottle Friday night, see what that stuff is hitting on. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I don't know if we hit 700 subscribers or not. We just needed one more. I appreciate you guys. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here, so we can get fully monetized. We will watch a movie this week. Wednesday night, we'll probably watch a movie for sure. Tomorrow night we got Tubi Tuesday. We'll do more articles. A movie on Wednesday. Thursday already ready. Friday on the clock. So we back on schedule. Saturday I got a brunch that I'm going to. More like networking for me, but definitely gonna be out and about. But I'll see you guys in about an hour on my other channel. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, support the channel. Cash App's pinned in the chat. Thanks for watching. I'm out.